Alright, so I decided to make another one of these. This time I'm going to be fighting Telethia the Endbringer using a sniper rifle knife build. And I'm not going to be going as in-depth into the builds as I did last time, just simply because the fight is a lot longer than that of against Farsis, and I don't want to have this video be too terribly long. So just a quick overview of my gear. For resistances, I'm mostly focusing on physical and ether, since those are the two main attributes that Telethia attacks with. Then I'm also running some resist control, resist sleep, and resist topple. This is important just simply because those are the debuffs that Telethia can inflict that can really just kill a run instantly, and you almost exclusively need to be running resists to all three of those if you're going to survive this build, or survive this fight. I'm running an Ether Sniper Rifle. Once again, I'm going to be running a Core Crusher based build, so I want to have that. And I'm also running a knife for my melee weapon. For my augments, I'm mostly running ranged attack and ranged accuracy. This is mostly just to make sure that I can hit Telethia, and I'm running ranged attack as opposed to the focus on appendage crusher like last time, because I'm going to be using more just normal ranged arts, and I'm not really going to be using a TP art for DPS. Other than that, Nullify, Ether Reflect, Telethia can reflect different attributes. I'm going to want that just so I don't kill myself. And then arts gain TP and overdrive count up. Those are basically required for phase 3, and I'll get more into that during the fight itself. But for now, I'll just go ahead and hop over and show my skills. Running secondary, accelerator, and trigger happy, just like in the last one. This is just really nice for keeping the momentum up, keeping your damage up, because just keeps your art cooldowns low. Boosted bullets and core crusher. These are just to boost my damage, and they're more or less the two best skills I can have for this. Yeah, not really a whole lot more to say that. They're just going to boost my damage and be really helpful. And then I'm running Brain Wall. This combined with the augments and headgear I'm wearing will give me 200 sleep and control resistance whenever I have an aura active, which will prevent me from getting inflicted by either of those so long as I can keep my aura up. And then for arts, for my aura, I'm running full specs. This is basically the perfect aura you can have for this fight on a ranged build. Potential boost range attack and boost ether resistance. All of those are really nice things to have. I'm running Eagle Eye, boost range attack, boost range accuracy, just generally really nice. Not really a whole lot more to say there. Repair is a cleansing art, so it removes debuffs, and it also gives you a little bit of HP back, which can be really nice in some situations. But having a debuff cleanse is almost necessary, so that's mostly what this is here for. Intercept, it's just there to be a purple art, give me some extra TP. Slayonet, Sidewinder, and Shrapnel. For just ranged arts on Sniper, these are pretty much the best three that I can have for DPS, so that's what I'm running. Then Afterburner, this is the highest hit count art that Sniper Rifle has, which is really important for phase 3. Sniper Rifle doesn't have a whole lot of hit count to it, so this is just, I basically need to run this. I could get away without it, but the phase 3 would be a lot slower, and once again I'll get into that actually during the fight, so let's just hop into it. Once again, I'm going to be kind of saying what I'm thinking and trying to do as this happens, but you know, we'll get to that as we get to it. Go ahead and dismount. Make sure to pop the aura very quickly to get my ether resistance. And it does not look like I got her close enough to hit with shrapnel up here. Shrapnel is very short ranged, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. Not really what I can do about that. Go ahead and get the level 6 full specs up. Just start. Because Sniper Rifle has such low hit count, and I have overdrive count up augment, it's usually better for me to build overdrive count just simply by building up TP and then popping an overdrive. I'm going to want to cleanse off that ether res down. Now I can go ahead and start going for damage. So phase 1 is usually pretty short as long as you have decent DPS. And it's a little bit over half that she'll usually head down. And you'll know that this is coming whenever you can see invincible start popping up whenever you hit her. Like that. So I can go ahead and hop my skill and just hit on down. You also get to hear a little bit of the song that's supposed to be playing during this fight right now, before it gets ruined once again by the overdrive theme. It's a good theme, but hear it a bit too much. Once again, going to want to get the aura up very early. Telethia actually has much reduced evasion during this phase, so you can really just power through it a lot quicker if you're not quite as fit in the accuracy department. But either way, this phase will once again fly through pretty quickly. This is the only phase of the fight where Telethia will use physical attacks. But you still need the resistance for it the entire fight if you're just if you don't have a buff for it, because yeah, the physical attacks in this phase are just that dangerous. But then just make sure you keep your buffs up, keep your aura up, and this phase should be over pretty quickly. There we go, seeing the invincibles again. So we can go ahead and just hop back in the skill and prepare for phase 3. So once again, Telethia is going to head back up into the sky. Doesn't really matter what appendage you target. They all have the same appendage hardness, so. But I aggroed something. I'm going to actually kill that off real quick. I don't want to be dealing with this. So you're gonna have to aggro Telethia, and then after that you can just head on back down out of the sleep. So this is gonna be annoying here for a minute. Hopefully she'll hit me and wake me up. But I guess I can go over how phase 3 works real quick while I'm waiting to wake up. So basically, during phase 3, Telethia starts up in the sky, and you have to go up to aggro her to start attacking you before you can lure her back down. And there's not really an easy way to lure her to a mountain like there was for phase 1, so we're kind of just going to have to come down to the ground and just lure her across Divine Rays. And you're not going to be able to hit her for quite a while, which is why I said that overdrive count up and or it's getting TP are basically necessary for this fight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start getting a little bit of overdrive count up. Gonna want to start building that pretty much as soon as I can, and then just spamming green arts for TP basically. If you don't want to run overdrive count up, you can also run either overdrive blue or green bonus. It's really just a matter of preference. It doesn't really matter what you're running, but you basically just need to be able to sustain your overdrive without being able to fight Telethia for a little bit. Go ahead and pop another one. I have to overdrive count 60 already. And basically just doing this, make sure you're cleansing the Ether Res down and keeping your aura up so you don't get slept. Other than that, there's not really anything that I have to say during the lure itself, so I'm probably just gonna let the gameplay speak for itself unless something comes up. just real quick, if you're still having trouble with this phase of the fight, something you can actually do is these Dilus here, you can stop and grind some overdrive count on them. If you can just kind of beeline your way here instead of kind of stopping to build overdrive count like I did, but it's not my preference. It's something I did for a while, but it's something I just no longer choose to do. Just thought I would say that in case anyone's having difficulty as far as that goes. So when it comes to lure, I usually try to just come out to this wall over here. And then if you're over here, it'll pretty much bring Telethia close enough to be within melee range. Which even if you're not running a melee build, can just be nice because some ranged weapons have really short range arts like Slayonet. And if you just bring Telethia down far enough, you will be able to hit her with all of them. And it's just a good habit to get into, bringing her down low enough. So go ahead, pop the cleanse and we can start heading back over to her. If Telethia didn't come down far enough for you by the time you get here, you can actually just run past her and then run back towards the other side of Divine Roost, and she will continue to follow you down. That's not really something that I have to worry about right now, but something I thought I would say just in case it applies to you. We'll kind of go and position ourselves here below the wall, where if she launches us, she will push us into the wall. So here's the part of the fight where I recommended having a high hit count already, and I said it was very important. So if you look at Telethia, you can see that she has a level 3 buff. And basically this buff will make it so that all of your arts will miss. Every hit on her will miss for a certain amount of time, for a certain amount of arts. And basically the way you get around this is you just hit her a bunch and wear it down. And you generally need a high hit count in order to do this. It takes a while to do it with Sniper just because you lack that high hit count that you would really like to have, but it is still capable of doing it. It's just going to take a little bit of time, and I think you would still be able to do it without Afterburner, but it would just take a lot longer. And once you wear down the buff, she will get a new aura which is only tier 1 or tier 2 depending on which one she uses, and yeah, from there if you have enough accuracy you'll be able to start hitting her again. And then during this phase, once again, just make sure you're keeping your overdrive duration up, your overdrive your buffs up, you make sure you're cleansing off the Ether Resistance down, and you shouldn't really have any problems. And misses from auto attacks do count for this as well, so if you have something with a high hit count and it's auto attack like a Gatling gun, you can just sit there and let the auto attack run out all of the charge on this buff that she has. Okay, there we go. Through the aura, you can see she now has level 1 aura. You can see I'm actually hitting her now, which means we can start doing damage again. And that is the fight. So, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed, and I think that's about all I have to say. Have a good one.